Hey, thanks for clicking. How you doing? Kaiju No.8 is my favorite new-gen manga. It got an anime adaptation not too long ago, and I loved it. Season 1 covered the first 4 volumes of the manga, and if Season 2 has the same coverage, then it should end around one of my favorite moments in the series, the end of Volume 8. The series centers around a man. Yes, you heard that right. A man. Not a high school boy, a grown-ass man, named Kafka Hibino. Kafka works as a monster sweeper, kaiju cleanup and disposal. It's a disgusting job where they cut up a kaiju's corpse and organs to clear it off the streets after the defense force kills said kaiju. Its real-life equivalent is basically trying to clean up the streets of New York with a broom and dustpan after the Avengers just came through smashing shit up.
Man, look here, I ain't one of these 65-ass rabbit, dick in the dog, dirty-ass sucker fuck niggas.
As a kid, Kafka and his childhood friend Mina wanted to join the defense force that neutralizes kaiju, but while she manages to make it, he never got through the exams. Eventually, he gave up on that dream and decided he'd continue living this dead-end lifestyle, just trying to be grateful for what he has. A stable job, a nice apartment. He's living it up, right? So why isn't he happy? Why does he want more? The next day rolls around and Kafka gets this new kid at his job named Reino Ichikawa. Reino is dead set on joining the defense force and even insults Kafka after learning he gave up on that dream. But throughout the workday, Reino stops being so spoiled and starts to appreciate Kafka as a coworker. And in the middle of this big wholesome moment, hell comes knocking. A kaiju emerges and attacks them. They both almost die and Kafka is finally ready to quit for good. Give up on everything. He's at his absolute lowest. But in the midst of that fight, Reino sparks a fire in Kafka. He stands up for him. The defense force eventually arrives and saves them. And when they're in the hospital, Reino nudges Kafka towards trying again at the defense force, and this is where Kafka decides to dream once more. Then some bug kaiju crawls in his throat and he becomes one himself. Yeah, that's canon. It's in the lore. After this happens, him and Reino flee the hospital, an alert goes off, Kafka punches a kaiju defending a little girl, and the story truly begins. He decides to do his best to reach Mina in the defense force and someday fight by her side. They take the exams and we meet our big characters. Kikoru Shinomiya, my personal favorite, a snarky blonde teenager who is known as humanity's greatest talent. She's the daughter of the big boss of the defense force, Isao Shinomiya. Vice Captain Soshiro Hoshina, my second favorite character. He wields dual short swords and has a the blade is me kind of character. Without the sword, he is truly nothing. That's what he believes. Captain Mina Ashiro, Kafka's childhood friend, a major talent comparable to the greats. She's the strongest firearms wielder in the defense force history. There are more characters, but I'll let you meet them if you decide to pick up the manga. All I can say is the cast is fire. He's him. He's him. He's him. She's her. He's him. She's her. And he is him. They're all just that guy. Anyway, Kafka takes the exams, and despite ending up with a big fat 0 on his unleashed combat power, which is what they use along with special suits and weapons to fight kaiju in the defense force, he still dares to dream. He's done giving up. This guy is 30 years old, and he really brings out the inner child in every reader that's maybe given up on their dreams or decided they could never reach those heights before even trying. You know how as kids we always wanted to be the president? Yeah, it's stuff like that, little stuff like that you see as just unobtainable, impossible. Kafka is in that kind of arc right now where he's thinking like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going for it. I can be the president, you know? Like, it's respectable. It really is. As an adult, it's very respectable. He uses his Kaiju No.8 powers in secret to fight powerful kaiju and protect people. Eventually, it gets to a point where he can't hide these powers anymore. He has to use them or everyone he cares about gets literally nuked. He knows transforming in front of them will get him arrested, dissected, probably even turned into a weapon. And he doesn't even hesitate to do it. He transforms to protect everyone, revealing that Kafka Hibino is Kaiju No.8. Moving forward, the story turns into a tale of identity crisis. The defense force continues to use Kafka for his powers, and he starts to ask himself the question, do they really need Kafka Hibino, or do they just need Kaiju No.8? What if he were just turned into a weapon or a suit? Would that change anything? Because at this point, Kafka Hibino really isn't doing anything. He wants to protect people with his own power, but he doesn't have any. The only way he can fight is as Kaiju number 8. Does his life even have any meaning? This is where one of my favorite moments comes in. Hoshina has a talk with Kafka and ultimately thanks him for defending everyone in the 3rd unit. While it was Kaiju number 8's strength that he used, it was Kafka Hibino that dared to risk everything and transform. As it turns out, Kafka's hand is now partially in Kaiju form permanently. Seemingly, if Kafka keeps transforming, he won't be able to go back at all. That's when Hoshina tells him he'll protect everyone and carry the burden from now on. He doesn't need to transform anymore. And Kafka denies this. He knows he can't do anything without Kaiju number 8's power, so he'll transform and fight no matter what tragic fate lies ahead for him. That's as far as I'll go. Definitely check out the anime or manga if you haven't. It's an incredible read. Also, I have my own manga called Dragon's Eye. Chapter 18 will be releasing soon. I say soon because I don't have an exact release date planned, but it will be releasing soon. So if you're interested, it'll be linked in the description. See ya!